Hi, I'm Lou, and today I'd like to talk to you about human personalities.
We all know there are three primary light colors, red, green, and blue. These can be combined together to form an infinite array of colors. In 1921, Carl Jung discovered that humans have four traits that are combined like colors to make an infinite number of personalities. Let's talk about each trait. As we do, keep in mind that all traits are equally important in society. To help explain, we will pretend we own a restaurant and examine how each trait might fit various positions. First is the familiar introversion versus extroversion trait. Introverts are better at thinking alone, and many of their best thoughts surface in their own minds. Extroverts are better at thinking with others. Many of their best thoughts come out in conversation. So in our restaurant, extroverts might do better out front talking to customers, and introverts might do better working in the back preparing food. The next trait is sensing versus intuition. These terms probably made sense 100 years ago, but are a little confusing. Grounded and ungrounded makes more sense today. More grounded sensing people focus on the here and now and on what is actually in front of them. They tend to be good at concretely connecting with their world and tasks. More ungrounded intuitive people think in a more unbounded, loose way. They tend to be less focused but more innovative. In our restaurant, we would want the grounded sensing people getting all the daily tasks done. We would want an ungrounded intuitive person constantly thinking up new recipes or new ideas for attracting more customers. The next trait is thinking versus feeling. Thinkers make objective, impersonal decisions and are typically better at understanding logical devices like tools and computers. Feelers make subjective decisions based on the people involved and are typically better at understanding social situations. In our restaurant, we would want thinkers in back dealing with the kitchen equipment and feelers out front dealing with the people. The last trait is judging versus perceiving. This is the hardest trait to explain. Everyone starts with an idea, gathers some information, and then takes action. Perceivers carefully consider a lot of information before they take action. Judgers consider some information, but then make a judgment call and act. Judgers get a lot done, but occasionally make mistakes. Perceivers get less done, but usually get it right. In our restaurant, on a busy night, we need judgers to get a lot done quickly. We need perceivers to make sure everything is properly cleaned and reset for the next day. Now that we understand all the traits, let's abbreviate with the first letter of each. Every person has some of each trait mixed to form infinite different personalities. It's hard to talk about infinite numbers, so we typically talk about a small set of 16. For example, when we talk about an ISTJ, we mean a person that has more of each of these traits than others. That still leaves a large amount of variability, and the amount of each trait really matters in the final personality. Interestingly, the distribution of personalities in the human population is far from even. And while three of the trait pairs are evenly balanced, there are far more grounded sensors than ungrounded intuitives. So the sensors get most of our circle and the intuitives get this smaller slice. It turns out most intuitives are innovative. These 6 traits make up only 15% of the population, yet contain nearly all big thinkers and innovators. Names like Plato, Einstein, Darwin, Curie, Keller, Mandela, Gates, and Musk. Look up the personality type of any innovative person and they will likely be in this group. For the rest of us, our personality can tell us what jobs we might enjoy. Look up best job for your personality to find these and many more. Personality typing is also useful in finding your perfect mate. Most of the personalities form a circle with each loving one of their 2 closest neighbors, but there are a few exceptions. These 2 don't get along, these 2 bridge the circle, these 2 are in their own world together, and the ISFJ is the only type that prefers people exactly like them. If you are already married, there are great guides to help any 2 types get along. Lastly, in the words of the great philosopher Socrates, it's always good to know thyself. With a free 10-minute survey, you can determine your personality. From there, you can use it for self-reflection, to find a great job, or the love of your life. There are some useful links in the description below. Thanks for watching.